What's up, guys? It's T-Bone here, and today we're back to playing World Zombination. So it's been a while since I made my last video, and so I thought I wanted to try something a little bit different. And instead of focusing on any particular challenge, I thought what I'll do is just go through each of the different raids that are available and go through them manually. Talk about the layout, talk about the team loadout, and just kind of get a feel, get a whirlwind view of all the rates are available today. All right, so I'm excited to try this. Let's go ahead and get started. So since we already have a rate going on in Honolulu, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so of course for each of these fights, we're going to be going on the expert difficulty. So let's do this. 1995. Let's go ahead and update the team. I just did a couple of fights here, and so if you do an autofill, it basically searches for the lowest level units you can use to fulfill the quick fight. But we're not going to do quick fights today. We're going to actually do an actual loadout for each of the raids. Now, Honolulu is pretty easy. You actually just need basically a really good tank and a maybe a gunner to support, and you should be fine. So for that purpose, I'm going to bring in a sensei, my hacker. I'm going to bring in the fire chief, bushwick, ballista, deforester, and my timber beast. All right, so the dream team, if you will. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, Honolulu is one of those raids in the survivor side that is relatively easy. It is the second easiest raid compared to Los Angeles, although Los Angeles does have its sort of nuances that you have to be careful of. All right, and so let's take a look here. So for Honolulu, there is a trick here. If you wanted to solo using no stamina, I've shown it multiple times. All you have to do is place for this loadout. All you have to do is place a unit, a tank, on this pad. So that is going to draw the units from these two pink pads, and then this one will load last. So you just drop another unit here, and it should be fine. But let's not do that. Let's go ahead and play like we normally would. So since this is the first wave, what I'll do is I'm going to drop my tank here, and I'm going to drop a ballista to support, and I will be taking care of maybe what I'll do is I'll have a deforester here, and then I'll have my this is what I'll do. I will have my bushwick over here to support, and then I'm going to just put a couple of gosh, I can't believe it. The name has escaped me. Timber beasts over there for support, and then I'm going to add a hacker right here and the fire chief to taunt them all. And for all of these videos, I am going to be doing this in double time just to speed up a little bit, but I will zoom in just to kind of show you the action here. So basically, this is the central spot to draw all of the units, and I do love to see the animation for my sensei. So you can see the level 50 perk roundhouse gives him an area effect damage, and because of his dodge ratings, he hardly ever gets hit, so he survives for quite a while, which is really, really nice. All right, so here we go, and that's Honolulu. All right, so for this particular layout, if you wanted to do no stam, just borrow a unit and drop in a location I just told you. If you don't, bring in your tanks, bring in your guns, and you will get perfect every single time. So what we're going to do is let's go east. All right, so let's go ahead and cancel this raid. I'm just going to say, sorry guys, going to cancel and restart raids for a video. So let's go ahead and cancel it, and let's go east. And the next one following Honolulu is going to be Los Angeles. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start the biggest one just so that I don't feel bad waiting for people to try and close out a small one, and I'll open up a raid afterwards. All right. So just a quick shout out to the people in Unholy Angels Guild. Thank you for putting up with me, and let's go ahead and get started. Now, Los Angeles is interesting. So this one you want to have a hacker unit if you wanted to do no stam. A tank will not work because it is full of spitters. All right. And also, if you put a tank somewhere, what you're going to find is you're going to lose one building. All right. So be very careful here. And let's take a look at the loadout here. All right. So let's take a look. So you have 2 spawn points right here, which is good. And then you have a building over to the corner and then a building in the bottom. So this is a very easy layout to defend. Actually, all you need to do is put a unit here and a unit here and maybe another unit right here, and you're good to go, because all of the zombies will converge right into the middle due to the line of sight. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm just going to have my tanks right here, okay, and I'm going to have my Bushwick and my hacker over here, as well as my ballista. And then I'm just going to put my other tanks right up front. And then let's go ahead and get started. So this is one of the easier loadouts, but you'll see it has brute and it has a lot of spitters. All right, so the spitters are going to be attacking at at a distance, and that's going to be very difficult for your tanks to deal with unless you bring in a gunner unit. Okay, and so what I find the easiest is if I use my I'm gonna bring you out here a little bit. Come on, let's go. What I find easiest is if I bring my hacker, and I can actually solo Los Angeles on expert difficulty without any issues, without using any stamina. Okay, and so you can see like the tanks that basically just stand there, right? So let's go ahead and pull them in with the flare, just so that it comes into range of my units. All right, so here's another perfect, and again, this is Los Angeles. Be wary of the spitters. All right. Ooh, I got an epic unit. Commando, that's awesome. All right, and so let's go ahead and cancel this. Now, if we go further east, the next one is going to be Bogota. One of the 2 raids that you cannot quick fight. Well, you can, but it's really difficult, and so a lot of people tend not to do it. I actually kind of like it. So let's talk about what units to use. All right. So Bogota is it has the Squid Fingers unit, and I can't remember exactly which ones, but I do know that you want to have a fire chief. So I think it does have the fire units, and so bring in the Bogota bring in fire chief to Bogota because he has a little bit of resistance to fire. And beyond that, I think you actually want less tanks and more gunners. But since I've already used these, let's just go ahead and do this for the video. It's fine. I'm actually going to bring in an atomizer. I'm going to bring in another. What I'm going to bring in is going to bring my Lone Wolf. Because he is a sniper that targets mutated zombies. So let's go ahead and do this. All right. So Bogota is one of the hardest raids in the game. I think it's probably even harder than Dubai, because it is impossible to you can't quick fight it, and also you can't do no stam. Like you have to use multiple units. You can't use just a couple units. You have to use a lot. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my snipers into here, and I'm also going to put my hacker right here to protect them a little bit. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get these hellions that are going to be shooting from, from afar, and you don't want them to, be attacking them from the side. So I'm going to go ahead and put my there, and then I'm going to help support a little bit with my ballista actually over here. So let's go ahead and get started. So you can sort of see where they're coming from. So you've got the squid fingers coming on the right, all right, and then you can see already they're attacking from afar. You cannot get to them. So what you want to do is you want to draw them in, okay? Draw them in so that they have line of sight, and then you want to keep healing them. So heal them as much as possible, and then constantly reinforce. All right. So there's another area where line of sight is going to be very helpful, and then keep your units alive if you have the Stim Z at max. I'm going to go ahead and fortify here. I'm going to put in another hacker right here. All right, and so it looks like I've lost a unit, so I'm not going to get perfect, unfortunately, but I should be good. I think at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and drop a fire here. So I think I lost one unit there, and that is my fire chief, perhaps, because I didn't get a chance to support them on the side. But that's the key here. So you have to look for the areas where you have line of sight, and then you have to make sure you draw them in for Pagoda. It's very important for you to do so. All right, now let's see next. Let's go ahead and cancel this. And the one after that is going to be BA, Bueno Aires. Let's go ahead and start. Now for this one, you can also solo if you wanted to, and the units to bring in would be a well, the best one is going to be a fire marshal, but you can also do it with fire chief if you actually time it really well. So I'll kind of talk about that. I'll just leave the same units. I think this is a pretty good loadout here. I got everything I need. The next one I will probably want to bring is going to be a surgeon. So let's see. So for BA, all you have to do is for this particular map, keep all of your units in these two locations. Bring your hacker and your snipers. So I'm going to go ahead and put my snipers in here. Actually, I'm going to put my hacker right here, because you want to be careful of the doomsday units. All right, so that's going to be a challenge here. So you want to keep your guns as far as possible. And this is one where I should have brought in a surgeon to keep my survival bonus. I forgot about that. So this is one where you do expect your tanks to die, but you need your tanks to take out those units, and they can tank for. And for now, I think you can just kind of move the timber beast out of the way, so that when they do explode, it's not going to kill the timber beast unnecessarily. All right, and let's see here. My fire chief is about to die. Come on, let's go ahead. Oh, he did die. That's too bad. All right, so what's going to happen here is the Doomsdays are going to get shot before they even get a chance to reach my units, which is good. And then just bring in the snipers to help take out the units. Snipers are actually very, very strong. If you know how to use them, if you can place them in a location where you'll be safe, they can help you out in a pinch. All right. So I don't think I actually use all of my units in that one. I meant to. So let's go ahead and cancel this. Now let's keep moving east, and I believe the next one is going to be the other one that is unquick fightable, Casablanca. Now this one is also really fun. Again, Fire Chief is going to be your friend, but I am going to switch out here. So what do I do? I'm just going to take out my atomizer, and I'm going to bring in my Sawbones. All right. So Sawbones is one of the best units. All right. If you know how to use her, she revives your units, and at level 50, she does revive all of them at everyone on the pad. She doesn't revive across pads. Okay, so keep that in mind. You have to place her on the pad that you want to revive, and then she'll be able to basically revive them all, and also you can go beyond the maximum number of units on that pad. So if you have, if you keep dropping units down there, let's say on the 5-person pad, you end up losing 6 units. You drop down a surgeon, she'll revive all 6 over time. All right, so the units are going to be runners and Goliaths, and also the Undertaker. Now for this one, I think what I typically do is I have my hacker here, and then I have my gunner next ballista there. Bring in a sniper here, bring in another sniper here, put them all into the middle, and then block them off with tanks. Okay, and then now the thing is, don't drop off your surgeon right away. Okay, so there's no need for you to be dropping off a surgeon because she'll just die. The key here is you drop the surgeon once you have units that have died, and then so she'll be able to heal. And then you want to drop it when you can support her with more protection. Okay, so that's going to be very important to remember. All right, let's go ahead and add another one here, and let's add some support here and ballista. So far so good. You know, none of the units are actually getting through, which is really important. And I do want to make sure that I heal up my not Grandmaster, my Sensei here. Yeah, how are we doing over here? So let's support him here. And you know, because I have the snipers, they are very powerful, and they could take out a lot of the big units really quickly. And I think we should be good. All right. Casablanca. Oh, I lost a unit. I forgot to. I didn't notice, and I didn't drop off a surgeon to revive. Oh, that's too bad. But the point is, if you notice your units dying, drop off a surgeon so that she can revive the unit. So, unfortunately, I couldn't have a perfect record. I think two of the raids I didn't get perfect on, but that's fine. After Casablanca, it is Dubai. So, if you wanted to do solo, if you wanted to do quick fight Dubai is the one that's going to give you the best rewards for for cans and whatnot. When you what you do is if you wanted to do quick fights, your best bet is to level your characters in the following way. Get all of your researchers up to level 33. Okay, and then combat medic. Now, researchers are cheaper to level up than combat medic, so get all of your researchers to level 33, or get all of your sawbones to any of your legendaries, really, to level 29. Okay, so sawbones and scientists, level 29. That will fulfill the green requirement. And then for your blues, just get them to 24. Okay, so your epic units, get them to 24, and same thing with your reds. Okay, so all of your level 24. Now I have a lot of my red units, at 30 or higher already, so I didn't have to worry about it. But to save you cans, just level them up to level 24 for your reds and blues, and then legendaries at 29 or epics at level 33. But I'm not going to do a quick fight here. I'm going to do a full manual fight for Dubai. And this is where your surgeon is going to come in handy, whereas ballista will just not be useful at all. I'm going to bring in another surgeon, or another sawbones. And I actually do think that maybe what would be better is if I brought in another gunner unit. I'll bring another hacker. So I have two hackers, a fire chief, and I have too many units. I'm going to go ahead and clear some out. Sorry guys, this is going to be a little bit of a long video, but I am going through all the raids, right? So that is to be expected. All right, so let's see here. All right, so for this loadout, typically what I do is I place my fire chief in the middle because that will taunt all the units over here, and then this allows me to then place my gunner, my snipers all the way in the end there. I have to be very careful about the explosive units, so I'm going to put my hacker right here. And my intent is I will be supporting I will be reviving my my fire chief here, and I'm going to drop them off at different pads in the middle each time. So you can see I've got my fire chief here, and I've got my snipers, taking out those units at, oh no, oops, I accidentally, and what you want to do is you want to drop the flare over the side, so you give them a little bit of breathing room. And let's see, so drop off another fire chief here, and then put in another sniper here, and you just kind of keep going there. And then I guess this is one where there is no explosive units, so that's actually okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop off my surgeon now to start reviving. Okay. Yeah, so you can see my surgeon is just, busy reviving, and I don't have a gunner unit over here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and burn the chef. I'm just gonna move him over there. All right, so with the surgeon in place, I was able to maintain the perfect score, which is what I was looking for. That was trying to tell you. Putting the surgeon in, you're going to do very well in your fights. All right, so there's a rare card for reward. Good. I think we have 2 more left, so let's just go ahead and finish them off. We have Perth and Sydney left. Okay, and so let's go ahead and start with Perth. Now, I know that KV would have a ball with this one. Something about the bell, something like that. Anyway, that's old history. All right, so let's go with Perth. Now, Perth is, let's just go ahead and recharge. Perth has that water unit, I think, Tempest, and they're kind of weak, right? So all you need is more tanks. I don't even need to bring in any, more than one surgeon here. I'm gonna bring in my deforester, and this is gonna be good. Okay, so really, I think a hacker plus fire chief plus maybe a combat medic to heal them will be sufficient, or a surgeon to revive them will be sufficient for this raid. Now let's see what the loadout was like. Okay, so what you'll find is sometimes they have these buildings in such an orientation that most of the zombie loadout spawn points are far are on one side, and then there's another one that you have to protect. So for this, check this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my fire chief over here, and I'm going to put in a hacker right over here to help support, and then the rest of them are all going to be coming into the middle here, and so I'm going to set up my hacker right here, and I'm going to set up my snipers over here, and let's go ahead and get started. Put the hacker a little bit far away. So once the hacker starts going, this pad will have basically no chance. Okay, so I don't even need to worry about that anymore here. And I'm just gonna put my fire chief here to make sure I taunt them all, and then keep filling them up, keep filling up my snipers in different locations. Just kind of keep it over here to keep it safe. Now let's take a quick look. Yep, see my loadout here. Fire chief is safe, no harm done, and my hacker is just going off like crazy right now. And I can even drop off another one, build up another grill, why not? And just watch the zombies get mowed down before they even get a chance. And that's Perth. Nice and simple, right? All right, we're on to our last raid. Now, if you don't have units at level 50, not everybody has a level 50 unit, it's still fine, right? So Fire Chief is not really useful until he is at level 50. So that is something to think about. So Timber Beast is still going to be your best bet as a tank. Okay, so Timber Beast is the best bet. Same thing with Sensei. Sensei is not really useful until level 50 as well. And so make sure you pair your tanks with a combat medic, or bring in surgeons. Bring more than one. And hackers are a great investment. Okay, if you can get a hacker, do invest in it. Or if you don't have a hacker, then you can go with the epic version of it. And so it has less damage, but it's still useful. All right. So let's go ahead and stay with this loadout. Now, Sydney is one of the most difficult to complete at a higher level because well, it looks like my video got cut out. The recording got cut out after 25 minutes, so apologize for that. I think it is the game's way of telling me that it's time to wrap up the video. So let's go ahead and talk about what I was saying about Sydney. It is one of the most difficult to complete at a higher level because you can only get 1 hour, right? And to complete for, you know, the, what is this? This is tier 4. At tier 4, it's 300,000 trophies within 45 minutes. So you really need to coordinate everyone on the team, in your guild to really help out here. But let's go ahead and get started here. So we'll keep with the same loadout. Let's go ahead and finish off Sydney, and then we can call it this. You know, we can call this episode done. Right? We've gone through the world tour. We've gone from west all the way over to east. We've gone north, south. We've visited various different continents, and we've just been wiping on zombies along the way. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So let's see. We've got the Domina, and we've got Infector, and we have. Yep, this is why you bring in a sniper and a surgeon, because of the dreadnought. All right, so let's see where the buildings are. So the buildings are all in here, and so you can simply just, you know, fortify and fortify and fortify. And what you do here is you put your 2 snipers in the corner, and then you put in a surgeon right there. Okay, they will die when they start shooting at the dreadnought. And so you do want to make sure that you revive them. Now the Domina is going to grab all of your tanks and drag them away from the action and kill them off. So you want to just fend them off, but use more of your sniper units to help out here. All right, and this is the level where you do have the chain gunner to help you out as a default loadout. And let's see here, what can I do? What can I do here? Maybe I'll put in a hacker right in the corner here. Okay, just to provide a little bit of additional support. And I think this is pretty good. I think the only units that we're going to be worried about is the Dreadnought. But since I have the sniper to take care of them, you can sort of see, so you can see the action right here. All right, you can just see them getting sniped away. And I'm going to put in another lone wolf over here. Right, just to help take out the mutated zombies. And look at that, they didn't even get close to my units at all. Okay, so that's the benefit of using a ranged unit that you know can help take out your units from far away, as long as you know how to protect them. Okay, so that is Sydney in a nutshell. I don't play Sydney a whole lot just because how difficult it is to complete, but it is a fun map. I really like the Sydney maps, you know. And really, all of these raids are well done. I think that the layouts are good, and it's up to you to explore and use your units. Let me know what you think of this video, and let me know which one is your favorite raid. And maybe the next time we come back, we can take a look at some of the other parts of the game, and we can go through another tour for that. That's all for this episode. It's a long one, but I think you know, it's a good one. I really enjoy doing this with you, and please give me more ideas on what you like to see. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you next time. Take care.